all of you here. So, my name is Piyali Chattopadhyay, and I'm the Honorary Secretary of the Ahmedabad Book Club. With great joy and immense delight, I feel very privileged to extend a warm welcome to all of you, our eminent guests present here today, for the first edition of Word Weaver, the awarding Excellence in Literature Creative Writing Competition of the Ahmedabad Book Club, and we call it ABC. Many of you must be aware, Ahmedabad Book Club is a leading and inclusive literary community in Gujarat dedicated to the nurturing for profound love for books and reading. Our platform serves as a vibrant hub for stimulating literary discussions, engaging author interactions, and impactful initiatives that resonate with our local community and beyond. Through regular book reading sessions, dynamic book deliberations, captivating book launches, and even book publishing endeavors, we actively promote the joy and significance of literature. So throughout the year, we have a number of events that is all around the literature, and we cannot be more proud today to be part of this Ahmedabad International Literature Festival. So aligning with our objectives, we announced the writing competition, the writing contest called Word Weaver, and this is the first edition for the students of schools and colleges within Gujarat. Well, we initially thought of starting it with Ahmedabad, then we went on up to Gujarat, and then we also went to other states. You know, as we see these days, children and youth are the powerhouse. So Word Weaver included 3 different competitions. The poetry writing competition for 6th to 8th standard students, short story writing for the grade 9th to 12th standard, and we had a screenplay and script writing competition for the college students. Well, as I said, there could not have been a better forum and better collaboration than actually awarding the prizes to our top winners and honoring them at this literature festival. So we are here to honor them. We are extremely pleased to see the overwhelming response that the Ahmedabad Book Club received in the first edition itself. The entries by the participants came not just from the length and breadth of Gujarat, but we received many, many entries from the other states as well, north of India, east of India, and we couldn't have been happier than this. We had an eminent panel of jury comprising of experts from the relevant fields who helped us in screening, shortlisting, and finally selecting the top 2 winners from each of the category. And today, I'm very glad that I have all the winner names here. But before I take the agenda any further, let's meet our esteemed jury members and also get some tips and probably a little bit of ideas to make ourselves better writers next time. So what we did, each of the category has 2 jury members. One, we had an external jury, and 1 jury from our ABC committee. So I'm starting with our category C, which is the screenplay and script writing competition. Our esteemed jury member has been Miss Malti Ben Mehta. Incidentally, she is not present here today for, let me put it this way, as unavoidable reasons. For many of us it happened. But we are very glad to have her for our jury for the screenplay and script writing. Many of you know her already, a name to reckon with when it comes to documentaries and films. Malti Ben Mehta has been a media professional and an educational documentary and short filmmaker who has produced more than 300 higher educational television programs and e-content for national telecast and webcast. Now she is an independent filmmaker, and she is also currently the course director for film production and management, digital film editing and creative writing for media and films at Ahmedabad Management Association. So our thanks to Malti Ben for giving her time and inputs for selecting our winners in this group. The committee member jury who also helped with the screening of all of these entries, I would like to introduce her and also invite her on the stage. She is our committee member, Kosha Chandaria, a content curator, a published author who writes under the name Cosmos. Can we have Kosha please here on the stage? She wrote extempore topics with unconventional views, which resulted in her first coffee table book. Yes, she has a coffee table book as well, called Chaos, Theos, and Cosmos. She hosts a talk show called Know and Tell with Cosmos, where she converses with well-known authors. Thank you so much, Kosha, for joining us today. Our next category was about the short story writing, and we had an amazing panel of jury here. First, I would like to invite, let me invite our committee jury member first to the stage. May I have Meenal Rathore, please? Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together and welcome her. Meenal ji has come all the way from Gandhinagar today. Doesn't matter what rain is and what storm is. She has a teaching experience of 16 years, an active reader and author of a storybook for young learners. She has many research papers in national and international journals to her credit. And she, as I mentioned, is a very active committee member. And her latest project that she is working on is on ventriloquism. So I think that's anyway amazing in itself. Our other jury for the short story, incidentally, he is not present here at the auditorium with us today due to some other commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, Chirag Tripathi needs no introduction. He is the former creative head with Sambhav Media Limited and has also been the head of programming for Radio Mirchi. He has been associated with over thousands of radio promotions and radio and television advertisements and documentaries. He has worked with multiple successful Gujarati films and music as a lyricist and actor. That's why I said no one in Ahmedabad would be there who does not know Chirag Tripathi. Thank you for giving so much of time to ABC. Our third category is for poetry writing, which is for children. And I am very, very delighted to invite our external jury to please join us on the stage, Miss Anushri Nanavati. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause. The young author is here with us today. Her poetry collection is called Birds, Bones, and Melancholia, and the founder of Haiku and Hymns classes for children in Ahmedabad, where she teaches a variety of subjects, including creative writing, literature, language, psychology, history, and foreign languages. Well, with Anushri, I would like to invite our committee member who is also a jury for the poetry writing. So I am thrilled to invite on stage Miss Neena Singh. Please welcome Neena. A visual artist, writer, keen photographer, solo traveler, a spiritual seeker and regular meditator. An avid reader who loves books of almost every genre and have a keen interest in spiritual and mythology, and a very long-standing member of Ahmedabad Book Club Committee. Well, I would really like, first and foremost, to start by felicitating our author guest, Anushri. Can I invite our very, very dynamic president of Ahmedabad Book Club, author of 2 books. Please help me welcome President Monica Gupta on the stage to felicitate Anushri. In fact, I'm very happy to announce at this time that Monica Gupta had her launch of 2nd book very, very recently, and we congratulate her and give her our best wishes. And we definitely are hopeful that it will become another bestseller like her first book.
Thank you so very much.
Monica, would you like to speak a couple of words before you go back to your seat, please?
I know
I won't speak much because I know there are students here, Word Weaver winners who are keeping their fingers crossed. So I don't want to, give them more nervous time. So I won't speak much. All the best, all the kids. You all were amazing. We had a hard time judging you all, whom to eliminate and whom to keep. It was an experience for us and real hard work getting you all, shortlisting you all and everything. But believe me, each of you is a winner. I would really, really wholeheartedly want to thank Uma Shankar ji from AILF for giving us this session. And a big round of applause to my entire committee for putting this in hard work of 2 months that we've been doing, brainstorming, discussing, implementing everything. And thank you, audience, for being here with us. Thank you so much.
Lovely. As Monica has already set the scene, we'll just take a couple of minutes before we start announcing the results of our winners and runner-up. I'm going to take this opportunity really, I'm sure even the August gathering would like to learn a little bit more since we have 4 experts sitting here. Minalji, I'll start from you. Suppose if there is somebody who wants to start writing short stories, how do they begin? And I'm really talking about, very young and the children and the young people. Any guidance जो आप शायद देना चाहेंगे बच्चों को, maybe people who haven't started yet writing?
Sure, thank you very much. And I take opportunity to thank ALF for giving this opportunity to young minds to develop their creativity. Ahmedabad Book Club has always been doing this, and we are, I think, as this is the first edition, we have come out of it. So it was internal competition, lots of time where students were very attentive and aggressive in winning, but ultimately what matters is your thought process. I was given task to judge the students between 9 to 12, and when I started my journey of being jury for the first time in this Word Weaver session, I was really taken away with the thoughts, different kind of thoughts, because I think most of them couldn't come. And the participation which came from, I would say, Sainik School, Balachari, which is the only Sainik school in your Gujarat, it is commendable. All the students are into hostel and their imagination went out of those barracks, I would say. Few of them took me to the journey of sci-fi and whatnot. Yes, for budding writers, if you will take the assistance of Google, there will be many steps to begin. I believe if you have a character in mind, a thought process, start writing, number 1. Initially, we all make mistakes, so allow yourself to make mistakes. Start with small stories, short stories. It can be few words, 50, 100 words, and later on. Building vocabulary is very important. Your thought process, thought line should be catching the reader. When you set the plot, you find something that now it has to happen. When the reader is reading to climax, that is the time when you conclude with your thought process, and all the stories need not have a moral. Most of you and most of the participants here have written their own stories. So that is also one of the genre where you can start budding writing and allow yourself, again, in the crux, I would say, start. Start with paper and pen. Things would happen, whether it is poetry or story writing. And we all have, I think, a hidden writer into us. So let there be wings and let there be more platforms like this to have budding authors and make India proud one day. Thank you.
Lovely. I think how inspiring. Kosha, my question to you, and you were a jury for the screenplay and script writing, and I'm sure a lot of us have always been aspiring to probably write something like this for our films, maybe Bollywood or whatever else. So just briefly, if you can tell us, how does this creative writing form is different from most of the others, and is it an easy way to become a professional screenplay or script writer?
As it is said, nothing goes easy way, and everything is easy if you see other side. So thank you, my committee members, for thinking me appropriate to judge the script writing competition, which was for the graduate students, that is about 12th standard, graduating undergraduate students, I would say. And definitely the atmosphere today is also set for a beautiful script. I am sure students who are here would be thinking ऐसा कुछ लिखा होता तो शायद अच्छा हो जाता. But yeah, script writing is very different from the normal story writing. Poetry writing is of course something else, but this is different than the story writing. There are basically three parts, which includes normal film writing, documentary writing, and short film writing. So when you start with some lines, 2 or 3 lines, which will interest your readers and captivate it, and then you develop your characters, and then the ending. Ending, as Meenalji said, need not always be happy ending or with moral. It can be anything, or even you can leave it to the audience to think upon, which happens in some of the documentaries and small films. But yeah, when I started reading the script writing, because it's not an easy task to write script, and that too in the limited numbers. So I really had a hard time. Like, there were different genres. One was sci-fi, one was fantasy, one was horror, one was love story. So yeah, budding writers and the platform like this or ABC is very important, because they always want to write, but they need platform and exposure, which many of us got at the very late stage of our life. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kosha. And I think, as you rightly said, probably it is all age agnostic, right? I mean, start writing when you are young. Sama bhi hai, characters bhi hai. Yahan se 2-4 stories ban sakti hai, like you rightly said. No, lovely to hear that. So, hello? Yeah. So, Anushri, you were jury for the poetry writing, and it was very young children. Even I have read some of those poems, and I was really surprised and amazed to see how well they write now. So, one question to you, that, young people these days, as I hear and understand, they lose interest very fast. What would be your advice to young children to, write well and continue to write, even if probably they don't just become a big writer very soon, but they must continue to write all this and express themselves and, carry on with this? What would be your advice?
So my advice is don't think too much about the hard part, which is what to think about. If you're stuck for writing, actually write about that, how stuck you're feeling, how blocked you're feeling, and think about why it is that it's so hard to think about something to write. And I think that's something that one of our poets actually did. She actually wrote about how hard it is to write a poem, and I think that's a great topic for a poem. So yes, it's not that hard. Just notice the world around you, and that's enough. So, yeah.
Well, that's interesting. So, I mean, I kind of am taking away this point that, it could be anything from where a good poetry or a good story can start. So, thank you, Anushri. Neena ji, so what's next? So, story writing, poetry, and screenplay we talked about. What are the other creative writing you would probably, sort of suggest our people sitting here, they can try out?
No, I would say a little similar to what Anushri said. Write whatever you feel. That is what I do. All my stories that I've written have been published. I can, when you go out, maybe like we have come to this event with the weather, we weather the storm, we weather the rain. Just write what you feel about it. And if you are, again, as she said, there is a block, write about it. As for poems I can only say that it should not be surprising. We actually come from the land of poetry. All our ancient epics, Mahabharata, Ramayana, they've all been written in verse form. Our ancient language, Sanskrit, a mantric language, is also poetic language. Isn't it amazing? Thousands of years back, people not only just thought and wrote in verse, they would even converse in verse. संस्कृत में बात के जो हमारी जितनी भी गाथाएं लिखी हुई हैं, हमारे जो पुराने जो टेक्स्ट लिखे हुए हैं हमारे सेक्रेट, they are all written in poetry form. Not just in Sanskrit, people have written in Prakrit, all the Jain scriptures, they have been written in Prakrit language, not an easy language. Local language उसमें भी लिखते हैं लोग, जो लोक गाथाएं होती हैं. आप जो कलयुग के भी रामायण, वो सब क्या बोलते हैं, कविता के माध्यम बोलते हैं, written in verse form, So I think poem writing, poetry, to be rhythmic in our thoughts and I think it runs in our blood.
Super.
So I was little surprised that children so young. I was also under the impression that ki bache aajkal, with the digital age and AI makes it everything so easy. When we read their, sometimes the context, we know it's been picked up from AI. The seniors also do that. But the children's, when I think Anushi and I, the first thing I think we were unanimous in that.
Lovely to
That,
know the
they-
views, absolutely. No, thank you
They
so
are,
much, all our jury, for all the hard work. And I know they had a tough time,
Very tough.
Very tough time actually selecting just a few handful of winners. So I kind of would like to congratulate everyone. But, let's now, moment of truth. And I think that it's a time we all have been eagerly waiting for to meet our winners and runner-up. So before we begin, I'll start with the category A. But so while I'll be inviting the jury for each of the category to hand over and present the trophy, I would like to invite our president, Monica Gupta, once again to join us for giving away the trophies along with our jury. So can I request Anushri and Ninaji both to come forward? Category A ke winner and runners up. Right, so if you would like to come forward, then I'm sure the photographs would also come very well. As I was mentioning, many of our participants were from all over Gujarat, and they were all very enthusiastic to actually come over here today, but I don't know how many of them would have been able to make it possible. But nevertheless, I would like to announce in each group the top 5 that we had shortlisted and the ones which I'll find out the winner and runner-up. So let's start with the category A, poetry writing competition, and it was really amazing dwelling into the ones written by these young minds. I would like to first acknowledge the top 5 in this category, and they are Lavanya Manoj, Ananya Singh, Mithun Raj Nelly, Ananya Kumar, and Jia Doshi. So congratulations to all the 5. And now, I'm sure you are eagerly waiting to know who are the winners. Let me start with the runner-up. So please welcome the runner-up for this category. Yes, please. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping she is here, the runner-up for the poetry competition, Ananya Singh. The name of her poem is Ode to Nature, and she's from Ahmedabad Public School International. Super. I think she needs a very big round of applause to be here present at 8 p.m. in the evening for this event in such a difficult time outside. I suggest you all go to the center. The photographs would be better. Thank you very much, Ananya, and congratulations. I'm delighted to announce the winner for the poetry competition of Word Weaver 1.0. Please welcome Mithun Raj Nelly from the Sainik School, Balachadi. Probably it's difficult for someone to come from all the way Jamnagar to Ahmedabad. Do we have anyone from his family or maybe friend circle? Anybody present can... You are from the Sainik School? Please come. Please. And what's your name? You are Preet Kumar. Great. So, Preet Kumar, we present the award to him so that he can go back, convey it to Mithun Raj, and obviously congratulate and convey our best wishes to him. I'm sure the school will be super proud to have this award by their student. Thank you very much, Neena ji and Anushri ji. Could please take your seat. Moving on to the category B. For the short stories, Meenal ji, can I please request you to come forward along with Monica? So let's see who are the top 5 participants. Let me announce their names from the short story. We have the top 5 from short stories: Preet Kumar Solanki, Amin Kanupriya, Vansh, Riya Gupta, and Rudra Makadia. So congratulations to all of them. You have done a great job in writing those stories. And now let's see who are the 2 top storytellers. Well, the runners-up is Amin Kanparia for her story of Flying Tortoise. She is from the Sainik School in Jamnagar. Well, Preet, you can come again. We had an incredible number of entries coming from outside of Ahmedabad, and not just Baroda and Surat. So it was so beautiful to see that children have decided to write so many stories for us. Thank you, Preet. I'm sure you can go back and give all the cheers from this hall to your school students and the winners. And the winner in this category of short story writing Word Weaver 1.0 is Rudra Makadia from Poddar International School, Junagadh. And the name of the story is The Snow Planet of Winderos. जोरदार तालियों से स्वागत कीजिए for such a budding young writer we have here. Super proud of you and do well every time and every year in Word Weaver 2.0 as well next year. Well, last but not the least, we are now up to the category C, which is about the script and the screenwriting. And I would invite Kosha, please, to join and hand over the awards. The top 4 budding screenwriters that we have, our jury have chosen are Anshul Bajpai, Rahul Jha, Abhay Kansal, and Ashish Ramanuj. I think they all deserve absolutely a big applause for writing such big scripts and such big screenplays. Well, okay, so I have got the runners-up here. Please help me welcome Abhay Kansal for his screenplay writing on Under the Siege. He's from Xavier's College, Ahmedabad, but otherwise he's from Kolkata. Do we have anyone who is Abhay's friend or maybe from Xavier's College here? Probably not. Okay, so let's make some noise for the winner. So this is another person from Ahmedabad, so I'm just hoping he's here. Please welcome our winner, Rahul Jha from Siyusha Arts College. Wonderful to know he is present here. And I'm glad to know that he guessed correctly that he's probably going to be one of the 2 this evening. Thank you so much and congratulations, Rahul. So while I'll request our committee members to please stay back. So before we do a group photograph, I'm sure we all are interested. With all the participants who are present here today in the hall, I would like to say one small thank you note that the Word Weaver, the first edition of Ahmedabad Book Club, had an incredible experience. It would not have concluded in such a remarkable way without Ahmedabad International Literature Festival. So let's hear it with a very big round of applause for the founder and director of AILF, Shri Uma Shankarji. And can we please have you on stage, Uma Shankarji? Let's all take the center stage with him. It's our moment of proud and perfect picture, and also hand over the memento to him. Come, let's move forward. Oh, super, he's here.
हाँ जी Please do come, yes, please.
Please come over. Hello. And while I am requesting all the parents and the shortlisted and all the candidates who are present here to come upstairs on the stage, we would also like to acknowledge the shortlisted, the top 5 participants in each category as well. Should I tell the names once again? Yes. Yeah, I'll do that. No, sure. I'll just tell the names again. Just give me a moment. Just give me 1 minute. Let me just look at the names. The top 5. Okay, so do we have, okay, I'll start with category C. Do we have Anshul Bajpai here? Is Anshul here? Anshul, okay. Rahul has got the prize. Abhay has got the prize. Ashish Ramanuj. Yes, it's a small token of appreciation from Ahmedabad Book Club. Right, and now coming to the poetry competition, Lavanya Manoj, Ananya Kumar, Jia Doshi, if you are here, please raise your hand if you're around. Preet, this time it is for you. Please come forward. Do we have Vansh? Great. Vansh, please come. And Riya Gupta. Have I missed anybody, or we have everyone, right?
Shortlisted or winners, have you missed anyone? No? All right, I would call upon the volunteers and everybody to join us for
Yes,
a
please.
Group picture, please. Winners, please hold your trophies.
Yes,
You all are
please.
the stars of the
Please come forward so that we could probably have one or two rows, but let everyone come. Please. Can I request and invite all the Ahmedabad Book Club volunteers, along with Prakash ji, everyone to... A couple of volunteers are here with us. 2 of them. Yeah. Can we call them also? Yeah. Please come. आप बताइए photographer how you want us to stand. Each of us want to be on the frame and screen. Please, आप आगे आ जाइए सारे. Please, participants, you please come forward. Come forward. And maybe you could just sit down also. Maybe that might be, yes. Yes, you can just sit down.
This is not a punishment, but if you can just kneel down for a photograph.
We can have everyone in the frame then.
Is it everyone? Are we done?
Thank you, everyone, and we hand it over to AILF back.
Thank you.
Usha, can you take this? ये भी किसी का है ना? अच्छा, ये उमा शंकर जी